Hey guys, so it's me, Katie, and with me here I have Jericho. He's one of my training horses that I've had for a couple weeks. So his story is he's a rescue, and I forget exactly how old he is, but he's in his teens, and he was started fairly late in life. So he is going under saddle, but he's still very green. And just from what I've learned from working with him, he's a horse that I would call very sensitized. So he's a bit jumpier. He's a bit more reactive than most horses. So we're going to kind of work on getting him a bit more desensitized. So that pretty much means, teaching him to kind of get rid of his natural instincts to kind of the flight response and run, and kind of teach him that when he gets scared to stop moving his feet instead of kind of reacting and running. It's going to make him obviously safer and just a bit less sensitized, as I like to say. We're going to try to even the spectrum out a little bit. So I just want to show you guys a little bit of just what I'm doing with him as far as his everyday training. And it's a little bit different than my normal situation, but I'm learning as much from him as he is from me, which is kind of nice. You have to be able to change your program up for different horses. They're not all going to be exactly the same. So we're kind of tweaking things a little bit with him to kind of give him the best best opportunities that we can here. So I'm going to take him out and just do what I normally do with him, and if you guys have any questions, let me know, or if you have a similar situation, go ahead and let me know that as well. All right. there's kind of the condensed version of what we're doing with him right now. I'm at the point with him where before I actually go to get on him, I'd like him to be a bit more quieter as far as the mounting process goes. He still gets a little bit upset when the saddle kind of shifts on him. Today was much improved from the last session, so that's a good positive. So we'll probably put one more session of just mounting up and down before we actually go to get on him for his first ride. But like I said, I like my horses to be, you know, safe and quiet and not as reactive on the ground, because if they're reactive on the ground, they're 99% going to be reactive under saddle. And, you know, I don't want to get hurt, and I want to set the horse up for the best situation possible. And that goes for any horse, not just, you know, this one in particular, but he's just a bit more on the sensitive side, so we're taking things a bit slower, and really just making sure he's got the concepts down before we move on. The last thing I want to do is kind of push him too much and, you know, he goes really far backwards instead of, you know, progressing every day. So, like I said, if you guys have any questions, let me know, and I'll be happy to answer them for you.